Hi there and welcome to the Ideal Teachers video. So today I'm going to talk to you about the European Day of Languages, which is on the 26th of September every single year. And it's a day that I think over 45 different countries in Europe can promote languages and to actively promote languages and language learning. Not only in the school environment, but also in other establishments too. And last year, my head of department gave me the task and the responsibility of preparing the events for the European Day of Languages. And I was really excited because anything to promote languages makes me happy. So the school had actually never done anything to do, anything big for the European Day of Languages. So I wanted to make it amazing. I researched loads of different ideas and then kind of narrowed it down. I wanted events that ran through the day and I wanted to promote the events well too. So I'm going to talk about the different events that we did as well as how we promoted the events. So the first thing was when students came into school we had music playing. I created a French, German and Spanish music playlist because that's kind of what I know about. However, I'd be very happy to hear suggestions of other European music that I can add to the playlist to play in the future. This was playing in the morning when students came in, it was playing at break, lunch and also after school as well. So it was a really nice atmosphere. I would suggest though, if you do this, to try and play it throughout the whole school. We just did it kind of in the modern languages department, but if there are speakers, I'd suggest using those, getting permission and using those if that's a possibility. So that was kind of from the beginning of the day. At break time, we organised for the canteen to give some food to the students. Obviously they had to pay for it, but we had pain au chocolat and we had croissants. So that was quite nice and it was a bit different. The students had never held, the canteen had never offered a day where with the different kinds of food, like a themed day. So the students liked that and I think the canteen staff did too. So that was break time. At lunchtime, obviously the food was being served, so the food that we had, they decided on pizza and spaghetti, Italian theme. We had schnitzel and we had currywurst, which was obviously German theme. We had paella as well, so we had some Spanish in there, and I think they were the main things. I liaised with the canteen staff beforehand, so they had plenty of time to get the things up, to get those things in. So if you want to do that, obviously speak to them in advance. Other things that we ran at lunchtime were taster classes, so language taster classes. We had Modern Greek and we also had Polish. So a student ran the Polish session and one of the teachers, she ran the Modern Greek session. And we had actually quite a good turnout for both of them. We had staff and sixth formers helping and the head teacher even came to the Modern Greek class as well. Okay, so they were kind of the main events. Oh, during form time, we also I created a Eurovision form quiz. So basically, I found 10 to 12 songs from the Eurovision Song Contest in the past, all different European countries, and I got a copy of the songs, but with the video as well. The form tutors played the videos and the songs during the day, actually on the 26th of September, and the students were able to take part in the quiz. They listened to the song, they had to guess the country that the singer was from, so the nationality, but also the language that the song was being sung in. They really enjoyed it. There were some technical issues, so what I would recommend, rather than having maybe the video, perhaps you can have like an audio file which is a better quality than playing the video. Obviously there's different options there, but something that I learned from doing that. So we gave prizes to the forms or the houses, the forms within the houses that got the best marks, a big box of chocolates. So yeah, everybody enjoyed that too. So they were kind of the main events. So we had the music running all through the day. At break time we had the food as well as lunchtime. We had the form quiz, Eurovision song quiz, and at lunchtime we also had the Modern Greek and the Polish taster classes. So how did we promote the events? Obviously we wanted the students to know about it, we wanted them to get involved in that. So we had a whole school a whole school assembly. So myself and the head of department, we planned the assembly, we kind of gave facts, we showed a video, and then we promoted all the different events that were going on in this assembly. If you're interested in downloading the PowerPoint, I'll put the link around here somewhere so you can download that. Yes, okay, so we had the whole school assembly, that was on the Monday, so the events kind of ran all through the week, and then we had, I organised for the press to come in as well. We had 2 different newspapers who came to take pictures, and they wrote about us. I'll put the links to those here as well if you're interested. Again, I made some posters which we put around the school. So that's how we promoted the event. Couple of other things. I wanted to get some speakers in, so people who had been successful at learning and using languages and were successful in their careers, to show the students, why they should be learning languages and why they should be motivated. We managed to get 2 speakers in. So one was a guy, he worked for the army, the RAF, the forces. He'd worked with MI5 as well as the Barack Obama Trust. And he spoke a number of languages fluently and had stories of how he had to learn languages very quickly in a short period of time so that he could use them when he went to Afghanistan. So that was kind of interesting. He was very engaging, and it's a boys' school and students kind of really appreciated his stories. The nice thing was that some students came up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, Miss, I really love learning languages and I'm going to continue up to A level," so that kind of made me happy. As well as that, we also had another speaker. She was a local businesswoman. She's actually from Italy and she speaks 4 languages fluently. She told the students about that she'd been able to travel. She'd worked in England, she'd worked in Dublin, but it's because of her languages that she was able to do that. So I think getting somebody in locally is quite important. So they were the speakers, and we actually promoted them to kind of year 10 because the year group, kind of lacked a little bit of motivation. So we thought that would be a nice idea. So we had, in order to promote it, we had the posters. We had we've kind of talked about all that. Oh, that's all fine. What else did I want to mention? We also ran a whole school competition. So we split that up into Key Stage 3, Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5. Key Stage 3 students, the whole point of it was to kind of research why should secondary students learn languages. And for Key Stage 3, they had to produce a poster outlining why students should learn languages. And then for Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5, I wanted them to write an essay. So that essay could be in a language they were learning or a language that they spoke. But it had to give the main ideas of why secondary students should learn languages. I was actually very surprised at the number of entries that I got. I wasn't expecting very many. But we gave book tokens for the winners. So that might be an idea as well, to get the whole school involved. They were kind of the main things that I did. There were other things that I wanted to do, but there wasn't really enough time. The students really enjoyed it, and to be honest, they're still talking about it now. So hopefully this has given you some ideas of things that you could include. I would recommend getting speakers in if you can. I would recommend speaking to the canteen and seeing, what kind of food they can do to kind of really improve the atmosphere and kind of celebrate languages, because that's what the European Day of Languages is about. Any questions, let me know. Hopefully the resources are useful, and if you have any suggestions for the music, please do let me know.